how are you?
Hi Indra, good morning. It's nice to have you. I remember we used to sit and talk in these in our duty days. It used to be nice, and you motivated me in actually bringing about this talks.
Yeah, we are down with one video, many more to come. So here we are with another topic about decisions.
Yeah,
How
absolutely right.
one
Absolutely.
should take decisions. Like what are, like as we can see are in our work life, like about the vaccines also. It has come up whether to take the vaccine or not to take the vaccine.
So looks like you are a little confused about the vaccines.
Yeah, definitely.
Completely now.
Very much confused, like as I was previously for the mask and not to wear the mask. So, like, what exactly is like, when to start taking the decisions? Like, how would you say about this?
This is a very difficult topic, but we will talk about it. You rightly said, as of now, we are all riddled up with whether we should take vaccine or not vaccine. Okay? You have become conscious about it for the first time. You want to make a conscious decision about whether taking vaccine or not taking vaccine. And you are very much right. In our entire lifetime, we take so many decisions. So many decisions are being taken, and we start taking these decisions since very small, when we become very small. Now, we need to understand that as small children, when we grow up as toddlers, we take a lot of decisions which are instinctive decisions. They are actually they are inbuilt within us. Okay. Classically, I can give an example. A small 3 or 4-year-old child, when he looks down, okay, if you make him climb up something and jump, he has an instinctual idea about how much height he can jump. Yeah, exactly. So even if you tell him to jump, he will not jump. He will not jump. So, so that's an instinctual behavior. It's an instinctual decision which has inbuilt system within you. Even if you lay a platter of food, if you put different kind of food in front of a child, he will instinctively decide what to eat and what not to eat, right? But as we grow older and older, our decisions actually start getting biased because there is a learned behavior coming up.
Yeah.
Gradually start with. And as you asked this question, when do we start taking decisions? We take different kinds of decisions.
Okay.
Right from, like the way I said, jumping from a height, then what to eat, then what career to choose, then whom to get married, when to get married, and we also have statutory decision makings like when to vote, when you are allowed legally to do it.
So, are you trying to say that conscious decisions is better, or making a decision forcefully is better? Like, how would you put that forward?
See, if you say forceful decision making, I would rather say that if we take those examples of forceful decisions, forceful decisions I would say are statutory decisions. Okay, you are 18 and the government says you have to vote.
Yeah, true.
They say you have to vote. Okay. At the age of 18, I don't know how much you understand about politics and how much you understand about any candidature as such. But a decision is, you are forced to almost take a decision. Go and put your
vote for it.
Yeah, exactly. Other forceful decisions I would say they start happening in the families itself. Okay. If you are born in a certain family, they would say that you are not supposed to eat this.
Yeah.
You are supposed to eat veg food. You are not supposed to eat veg food.
Yeah.
Now the question arises is that is actually not your decision.
True.
It is a forced decision on you. It's a
Yes.
forced decision on you. So if you talk to me about forced decision, I would say forced decisions are decisions which your parents ask you to take, the government bodies ask you to take, and maybe once you are married, your husbands ask you to take. Okay, and many times as when you have children, maybe some children also force you to take some certain decisions. Those decisions cannot be called as very conscious decisions, I would say. Those are more of biased decisions. Okay, they are more decisions which are based on learned behavior. Those decisions are based on learned behavior.
So, when do you say like the decisions taken by parents for our career are like the decisions made by them, are they really worthy for your life? Like, how can you differentiate between that? Whether it's
I think if I reframe this question, if I'm not wrong, what you mean to ask is whether what decisions we take, whatever decisions we take, um, whatever decisions are taken by parents for us, are those decisions really apt or not?
Yeah.
See, parents never think that take decisions for us in such a way that something bad should happen to us. Parents' decisions for us are always in our own interest. They feel that our children should not suffer ahead in life. They should have proper jobs. They should have adequate finances, and they should lead a good life.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, those decisions are out of their own insecurities.
True.
Okay. Those decisions cannot guarantee that whatever you will be doing after they have taken a decision for you, whether they will give you happiness or not. Why I am saying that is that parents, to a large extent, may be able to actually find out what you are born for. But most of the time, you are born for something else. And they may have guided you to do something different. Under those circumstances, what will happen is that your life will be secure, but you may not be happy. Our parents will be very happy because they will see that they have made their child secure.
True.
So we actually cannot say what parents' decisions take for us are actually always the best decisions for us.
Okay. So they are not always the best, but do we really follow like what they want us to do in life, or how do we decide on that?
See,
basically.
I don't want to send a message to the public by saying that we should not follow our parents.
Okay.
That is not a message what we want to pass. But you are very much true that we can't help certain decisions which have been taken by our parents for us. Like for example, since childhood you have been taught you are supposed to do this, you are supposed to eat this, you are not supposed to eat this. Okay, and even to the extent that you have been sent to a certain college or that you have been sent to a certain school, we cannot much do about it. Those decisions have already taken by them, and we reach a stage where we start thinking sometimes that okay, am I supposed to do what I am doing? Okay. And a lot of people have the courage to go and talk to their parents. Okay. They do have the courage to talk to parents, but then that decision making will require a lot of courage, sacrifice to confront your parents. Exactly, and then change those decisions. That is what I meant to say by conscious decision. Conscious decision is actually you start now questioning whether what you have been taught so far is actually appropriate. Is actually appropriate. Okay. Sometimes you have been told that don't eat milk and milk products.
Yeah.
But as you grow bigger, you may start suddenly craving for a milk product.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you will be in a question mark. Whether should I have milk products or no? Your parents have taught you milk products are not good for you.
To go into that belief system, like your parents have told you, so probably there is something not good in it, and you try to avoid it. Many times this also happens.
Yeah, I really don't know why it happens. I think it is just their own behavioral pattern which has been imposed into you because they feel that is how they have lived and that is how they have lived conveniently and comfortably. That has not caused any distress to them. So they believe that as parents they believe that my child also should follow the same thing and he or she also should do the same thing, so that your life also goes in a very peaceful manner.
We can say like we both are of the same profession, so as doctors, because we follow a protocol, so we are very confident of what we have done is right. As far as we have done whatever is right, so we feel very confident about it. But the decisions, like some decisions in life that we take, we are not so confident about it. Like हो सकता है गलत हो सकता है सही हो. So what do you have to say about that?
You said very much rightly. In our professional career, whatever decisions we take, okay, we know at the end of that task that all the decisions what we had taken were absolutely right, irrespective of the outcome of the task. And at the end of that outcome, we never feel guilty also about it, right? But when it comes to life, we are never confident. Even after you have achieved a certain milestone in life, okay, and when you have achieved certain things in life, you don't feel that you always have that query. Was this decision right? Or should I have done this? Or should I have done that? Did I marry the right person? Did I choose the right profession?
Yeah.
Am I happy? I do not seem to be happy. Now, why this happens is because in a professional career, we have been trained over the years. So you have been given a meticulous training that this is how you have to decide. And once you have taken those decisions, irrespective of the outcome, you are quite confident because you know that this is what was supposed to be done and this is what I have done. Okay. But when it comes to life, there is no such algorithm. There is no such book.
Yeah.
Now let me take it back again. I would rather say there is a book.
Okay.
There is a book.
Okay.
There is definitely a book. But I would rather say there are no trainers.
Yeah. No.
Or rather I would say there are no students who wants to go and find a trainer who will train us.
Okay.
That is very important. Like for example, let me tell you, if we want to talk about taking decisions in life, the only context, the only text what we can refer to is the spiritual text.
Yeah.
Okay, because spiritual text is something which has been going over thousands and thousands of years, and it has guided our lives. It has guided our lives. Okay, and if that literature has been lasting for thousands and thousands of years, there must be definitely some grain of truth in them. But then again, there is one question. There is one question in it, that what is the guarantee of what has been written in the scriptures is
true or very rightly said or
very rightly say. Is it a right guide?
Right.
That's the question which will come. Now, if you want to, it is something like saying that if you have taken decisions in a career that you are supposed to do this. Okay. After doing a task in your career, you may say like what has been written in the textbook, standard textbook, is it right or wrong? In a scientific world, it is all tested and proven in terms of probability and this and that. But in a spiritual realm, what is written in the scriptures, nobody has tested it. I mean, there are no questions. It's not scientifically tested.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is why you may start having doubts on the scriptures. If you want to absolutely deny that, there is another way of coming to a decision making.
Okay.
That is your deep inner self, which tells you about what you are doing is right or wrong. Okay. You must have experienced this phenomena while you go on the roads, while you travel on the roads. If you find somebody, some beggar on the road, or if you find some poor person or somebody meeting with an accident, instinctively something comes within you.
You want to help that person.
Yes. Okay. And you go and help that person.
Yeah.
Now, how do you make that decision? It's an apt decision. It's an appropriate decision.
Yeah.
Okay. That is such a beautiful decision that nothing in the world will ever say that what you did was not right. Okay. That's the best decision. So, if you don't want to refer any text, if you don't want to go by the spiritual texts, or your parents what they have been telling you, or your elders what they have been telling you, then you have to introspect very deeply. You have to spend time introspecting deeply inside before making any decisions in your life or after you have made decisions.
Okay.
Other thing, if you want me to say that, is there any other guide based on which we can make decisions? I would say that any decisions which you take in tandem with the laws of the universe are invariably right, are invariably apt decisions. A simple example would be, it would be better to sleep at night when the sun goes down and get up in the morning when the sun rises. Okay. If you decide to get up in the night and sleep during the daytime,
that is against the law, basically.
That's against the law of the universe. It won't be a very good decision. Okay. So if you don't want to follow anything in the world, okay, try to always find out that whatever decisions you are taking in life, are they in tandem with the laws of the nature? Are they in tandem with the principles of the universe? Okay. Any decisions which is taken in the tandem with the universal principles, and another thing, and in the betterment of the entity as a whole, that would be a very beautiful decision.
Okay.
That can be guaranteed as a beautiful decision.
So, how would you like to summarize this whole decision making process? Like a takeaway message to all of us.
if you want me to summarize, I would say that the final destination of your life, what you want to achieve in life, can be reached by good decision making at any given point of time in life. That's one thing. And to reach your destination and goal, it is always better you take conscious decisions, because conscious decisions actually come out from within yourself,
Yeah.
from within your own design actually. Okay. And when you start taking conscious decision and when you take introspectively decisions, you are the best person. You are the best person who can decide for your own self. But those decisions making can come with courage, with maybe lot of you'll have to bear up a lot of pressure from your family members, from the society, from your loved ones. But if you are very sure that those decisions are instinctive and they are going to be in the tandem with the universe, and they are going to be in the larger good of the society and the universe, you can maybe go ahead with those decisions.
Okay, that was a very informative session, Florence. Thank you so much for having me here to
You
discuss
are
with me.
welcome. It was
Thank you.
nice actually having you here, and the queries which you raised, and we shall meet soon.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.